Graham, is it fair to say that if people knew more about the English constitution, which you represent, we would have less problems in England?
Massively so. The English are not represented at all in Parliament. I would say today there's only one single, and he's only half and half, English MP, and that's Rupert Lowe. And I say that because he's mentioned the English Bill of Rights in Parliament, and he's mentioned our rights on a number of occasions. So if we were constitutionally governed as we should be, and our constitution is not being enforced by judges or the system, England would be in a much better place than it is now. 100%, definitely.
How so?
Well, again, there's a lot of talk about ethno-nationalism, and I understand their point, and I believe they have valid points, by the way. You would not have David Lammy, Diana Abbott, Sadiq Khan, or any of these people as mayors or MPs or lords under the English constitutional settlement, which was the Act of Settlement of 1701, which actually banned people that were, you could not have a position of power as an MP or prophet in England unless you was born of English parents. So just to make sure, this is why it is not about ethno-nationalism. It was because the Dutch, who had succeeded in helping us overthrow the tyranny of a Catholic regime, started to take liberties. They've been in power some time. They started taking our rights away. They started to ship out profits to Holland, etc. So it was aimed at the Dutch, who everyone should know are white, right? It was about culture and their culture of robbing us as the English, and not just financially, but also of our rights. So they started to change the culture of England, and Queen Anne and a number of others stepped in and stopped it, basically, with the Acts of Settlement. Now, what people should be aware of is the Fabian Society and a guy called Clement Attlee, who was the Prime Minister in 1948, so just after the Second World War. By the way, people, look around you. We lost the Second World War, right? And we lost to the Soviet Union. Clement Attlee was a Fabian, and he brought in an act called the British Nationality Act of 1948 that removed the protections that protected our culture and the English way of life. He did that. That was a Fabian that did that. So just to make sure everyone's aware, if we was to abolish everything that the Fabian Society and others push through Parliament that is an attack on England, we would recover England within 18 months.